Hampton-Dumont-CAL football coach Cole Miller joins me after a 63-19 road victory over Oelwein. How's this one feel to be able to come out here? And obviously you have really efficient on offense, a few mistakes, especially early on, but you guys were able to come out with a great victory on the road tonight.
Yeah, we played really well on both sides of the ball. You know, they were able to weather the storm and stick with us, and you know, they were the ones that put up points first. So it was encouraging to see our guys respond and you know, not get discouraged by their, you know, they have an explosive offense. So, and we knew that. So we had to weather that storm, and you know, we scored every time we touched the ball tonight. So that's super efficient. You know, that's exactly what we wanted to do. We got down to the goal line a handful of different times, and we were able to punch it in. So that emphasis throughout the week really paid off.
Yeah, 9 for 9 on your drives tonight. That's pretty good right there. Some great things to talk about with this game. Do want to go back to the first half. There was, I think, one drive where he had like 3 encroachments or something like that. Maybe still some of those mental mistakes here and there that you got to clean up. What's kind of your take on that? Even though it was a win tonight, maybe still some of those you know, things that you can control that maybe didn't go your way tonight.
Yeah, definitely. When you need to, I think 5 encroachments, and that's when I stopped counting. So, but like mental mistakes, so stuff that we can fix. And we asked the players to play with a lot of energy and a lot of juice tonight. We wanted them to get hyped for every opportunity that they were given. Now we just gotta, you know, control that enthusiasm and that energy and put it towards you know, not making those mistakes, so you know, it doesn't come back to bite us in the butt.
Again, a great night for your team offensively. This guy right here, Jacob Mailer, ends up rushing for like 130 some yards, 4 touchdowns. Man, he was getting it done on the ground tonight. What can you say about that performance by him tonight?
Yeah, he did a great job. You know, being patient, waiting for the hole to hit, or just hitting the gap with some speed so we can get loose. Offensive line did a great job in front of him. I think that was probably the best game we blocked on the perimeter wise too. That's why he was able to, once he got through that first and second level, he was able to get loose for some longer runs. And you know, he works hard. There's a reason he's a captain. He does all the right things on and off the field, and I was really happy to see him have that type of night.
Looking at my stat sheet here, you're able to really spread things out quite a bit. You know, you even got some younger guys in late. Luke Showalter ends up like 6 carries, 59 yards, something like that. Ryder Strother was very effective when he ran the ball as well. Blake Burmester had a good game at QB tonight, like 150 passing yards. So across the board, I mean, really solid performance. What can you say about you know, some of those other guys?
Yeah, everyone got their moment or their opportunity. They made the most of it, so that's really encouraging. We knew you know, their overhangs and their safeties were super aggressive in the run, so we knew we were going to have some play action or some quick pass opportunities in our screen game and things like that. So you know, we threw one errant pass on a screen. I think like our first play of the game actually on offense for us, but after that we were dialed in and we were making the right reads and completing the passes, going up to make plays and stuff like that. So when we can spread the ball and have multiple people touch it, that's when we're the most dangerous.
You had mentioned to me that the special teams operations were a big focus this week, and you were 9 for 9 on those PATs tonight as well. So I have to imagine that's pretty fulfilling to kind of see that pay off. You know, avoiding some of those mistakes that you saw last week, right?
Yeah, 100%. Hunter, Ryder, and it was supposed to be, you know, Joe Powers had practiced all week, but Brody had to hop in there. Joe went down with a banged up knee right away, and you know, those guys did a great job. Still want to see us button up a little bit on our protection on that group, but the operation was fast enough and quick enough that it didn't matter. So that, yeah, like you said, we emphasized that, and it was super encouraging to see that play out. And I think Coach Albers was saying that, you know, that's the records for PATs in a game. So 9 for 9 for Hunter set the record for PATs in a game. So shout out to him for doing that.
Not only that, but he also had an interception, returned to quite a ways from like the 40 to almost like the 10. I think it was something like that. Heck of a defensive play by him there on that play as well, right?
Yeah, that was pretty heads up, because I think he fell off of the guy he was on. He saw the ball and made a break on it, and the guy that they were throwing to, or the other corners, were in great coverage, so he was able to swoop in and make a play, and like you said, was able to set us up with great field position.
So fantastic win here against Oelwein tonight. I have to imagine maybe a little bit of a sigh of relief to, you know, kind of get that first district win right now that you're putting yourself in a whole lot better position, being 1-1 in district play, still with still controlling your own destiny as far as, you know, getting back into the playoffs.
Yeah, and like I kind of told or said to you in our pregame interview, like every game's kind of has that playoff atmosphere to it now. So it's great that we can stay in control of our own destiny. You know, we keep winning. We don't have to worry about anything else, and you know, that's going to be be one game at a time, one practice at a time. And I know our guys are ready to celebrate this one, of course, but ready to get back to work too.
Mm-hmm. And correct if I'm wrong, but I believe this was your first game of the year with no turnovers, right? I have to imagine that's pretty fulfilling as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's always nice when you control the ball. Yeah, you're probably right. I think it has to be the first game with no turnovers. And like I said, our running backs took care of the ball. Our quarterback made great reads, and we made plays on the ball when it was in the air, and we got loose on the ground. So it was overall a great night.
All right, and as you head into next week, I know you probably haven't looked at Denver too much yet, but when it comes to getting ready for that game, now that you got this under your belt, how can you take this momentum into practice next week?
Yeah, definitely got to stay grounded. Definitely want to build on the momentum, but stay grounded. The schedule, it's like every week it's a little bit tougher at the teams that we play. So we want to stay grounded. We want to obviously enjoy this win. We should. The kids played really well, and they should be proud of themselves. But stay grounded, get back to work, and we'll watch film and we'll see what their weaknesses are, and we'll try to exploit that on Friday.
Mm-hmm. Another guy who had a big game tonight on defense, Briggs Grulke, was involved in at least a few sacks, a couple TFLs as well. Man, it seemed like he was all over the place on the field tonight.
Yeah, once he got settled down, he was one of those guys playing with a lot of energy, and he jumped off. He encroached probably the first 2 times, and pulled him out, just got him to settle down a little bit, put him back in. He settled in and made some great plays for us. And he's a workhorse. He does a great job for us.
All right. Any final thoughts you'd like to share about the win, or any other players or anyone you want to recognize here tonight?
Just gotta shout out to all the kids that. We faced a lot of adversity this year. Some teams would have folded, especially in that first quarter when we let up a couple big plays and we were down. So to see them battle through adversity, I'm super proud of those guys.
All right, that's Hampton-Dumont-CAL football coach Cole Miller after a 63-19 victory over Oelwein. Appreciate the time and congrats on the win.
Thank you.